Evening, everybody, and welcome to RVing in New England. Glad to have you with us here for another Wednesday night. It's raining at Nerve de North today. What's up, John?
I'm just practicing.
Oh, you're practicing. Oh, okay, okay, that's good. Get your arms warmed up there. So we got a great show tonight. We got a great local focus on the Northeast Region Camping Charity. So we're going to talk all about the charity and the fun event coming up on September 18th and 20th at Normandy Farms.
Okay.
Anything exciting for you this week?
Well, let me just add one thing here. Say hi to Jim. Say hi to Rainey. Say hi to Scott. We say local, but it doesn't have to be local because people watch this show all over the United States, all over Canada, and you know what? If you want to contribute to a very worthy cause, even though you're not directly impacted by it, we're going to ask people, or we're going to put it this way, we're going to give people that opportunity.
Oh, that's all right. That's Joe coming in.
Okay. So while you're doing
a second,
I'll tell people what we're going to do.
All right, you guys talk for a minute. Yeah. Okay, Joe, you there?
So, folks, here's what we're going to do. Bob is talking to one of the
over near. We haven't brought anybody up on the screen yet, so just hang loose for a second. Don't talk, but I'll talk to you.
In Massachusetts, where I said, folks, we're lucky that they have electricity, let alone connectivity. But we're going to talk about that. And you asked, did I do anything this past weekend? And the answer is yes. And we've been RVing, just like the show says, we've been RVing all over New England. In fact, I think I hit 3 states last week: Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Maine. And we are just seeing lots of units on the road. And the thing that we're finding when we talk to people at dealerships and campgrounds is the number of new people this year, Bob, that are in their unit. And you can tell because where was I the other day, and somebody pulled in and they still had the manufacturer's stickers, a 5-year warranty stuck on the door. And they said, oops, we didn't think we were supposed to take that off. But you know what?
Well, the one thing that we're not seeing on the road is new deliveries coming in from Elkhart because the inventories are low. And Joe just cut himself off.
Yeah.
Joe, you there? Joe?
That's right. They are low. But interestingly, a friend of ours from Fitchburg, who now lives in Nashville, was driving a entertainer coach. He was driving Bruce Springsteen around and, a number of those stars. And obviously the live entertainment industry is on hold right now. So he has a new job working for a company out of Middlebury, Indiana. And every week he posts his new pictures of what he's taking. He's got a flatbed. So he takes like 3 trailers with him all over the country. And
so one with 3 hideout travel trailers on. Say, let's see if we can connect with our guest. Joe, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Bob. Good evening.
Right.
How are you?
Can you hear him, John?
I hear him fine. It sounds like he's our foreign correspondent for.
He's our foreign correspondent
for RV.
And we have Mr. Cole and Mr.
Good evening, everyone.
So we got us 4 that are on the screen, and we got Joe and Rhonda hiding behind the telephone, but they're camping out in the boondocks. So hopefully we'll have them for the whole show.
But Bob, it should also be pointed out, so anybody that says, oh, you have an all-male cast, it should also be pointed out that the wives of these gentlemen are all deeply involved in the charity. And,
that's true.
They're on the other side of the camera right now handling stuff because we know Walter, even though he makes a living doing this, is, prone to making mistakes when he comes to doing it for himself. When he's not getting paid for it, he says, why should I put the effort in to make this thing work?
He's sure not getting paid for tonight, that's for sure.
Well, he is, but Bob, let me suggest one thing. These guys are both getting paid by helping others, and they're getting the pay not in dollars and cents, but in emotional IOUs. That I don't know if it's emotional IOUs, but it's devotional IOUs, because these people work all year long for this big weekend in September, which is going to be the focus of our show tonight. And
All right, let me catch up on the right hand before we go into the full discussion. Kathy Wheeler from Normandy Farms is on. Don Hawes, hi Don, back up in Nashville, New Hampshire. Gabriel Winston, without the quarantine, and then he says, are the main campgrounds now open to mass? Yes, they are. I've been up there all summer, and you are available to go. They just have you sign the form, and you can get if you want to get a test after you get here, fine, but you can just sign a form and enjoy the main campgrounds. Mark Polk, glad to see you. Jerry Plant, timeout already. Well, he was practicing, Jerry.
that was just a timeout.
He's getting good. That was just a timeout. Okay, so of you three astute gentlemen, who wants to explain? Wrong word?
No. Astute? No, they're astute. I thought you said stupid. You said
No,
astute. I thought you said
astute.
stupid.
Astute.
Oh,
Good
okay.
evening, Audrey. Yes, John.
Jason
John's just being John. So who's going to explain what the charity is, how it came about,
Hold on.
and what your relationship is, if any, these days with Good Sam?
Not yet.
DePietro, I'm gonna shut you off. I'm gonna put you down below, and I'm gonna shut off your microphone.
We haven't even introduced who these people are, yet you're telling them to tell people what they're going to talk about.
You were talking. You didn't hear it. You were talking.
Folks, thank you for joining us tonight. We've got a very special group of people, and they're going to talk about three things. They're going to talk about the Northeast Camper Charities event, which is
Northeast Region Camping Charity. See why I don't let them talk, Jason?
They're going to talk about how you can donate, and they're going to talk about who's got a dog. You got that dog there?
Oh, it was Joe Stevens.
You might be quiet.
Okay. So with that being said, Bob, go ahead. Take over. I'm tired.
You're tired.
I've done all that.
I think Jason is the top dog. Jason's the top dog, so we'll let him start.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you both for having us on this night. It's going to be a great show. We got a lot to talk about.
And you are Jason Cole.
And you're off the air.
Yep, you're off. You're like just whatever you did.
There you
go. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yep.
So, my name is Jason Cole. I'm the president of the Northeast Region Camping Charity. We started back in 2013 at the Syracuse Rally put on by Good Sam. We started out as just doing small donations and trying to raise money for big brothers and big sisters of the local areas. And over time, come 2015, we really took off, and we built a group to help families in need, to make them feel like families again, to help families that have children with chronic illness or injuries. And we found that when these incidents happen, the entire focus for the entire family is usually on that patient. And our goal was to help people, even if it's just for a few days or a week, to forget about the daily rigmarole, the bills, the headaches, the trials and tribulations, and just be a family again. So we started raising money. We had a young family, the Tracy family, in 2015 that we wanted to send out to go swim with the dolphins. Her goal was to go swim with the dolphins. She has Stargardt disease, and she wanted to swim with them before she lost her eyesight. And that day was pretty amazing at the Good Sam Rally in Greenfield, Massachusetts, when we announced what we were starting to do, and to show the amount of giving people had was amazing. After I made my speech and told them where we were taking the great race and trying to form this charity, we had a person that came out of the audience. He was a first timer ever at a Good Sam Rally, and came up to and offered us housing for this family in Florida for free. And at that point, me and Joe looked at each other and said, I think we found what we need to do for these people. And slowly over the years, for the past 5 years, since 2016, we sent 2 families away. 2017, we sent another family to Hershey Park. We also helped another child who couldn't attend school, and she needed to be able to communicate with school. We were able to get her an iPad. So even though it wasn't a vacation or whatever we decided to do for these families, it helped them make their life easier. And the outpouring of support we've gotten from all of our fellow Good Sam friends and camping friends and dealerships and sponsors, and it's been so heartwarming. It's turned into an animal in itself, and it's fun to do.
Mm-hmm. A pet animal.
Well, Joe Gavos is on the phone with us tonight. Joe, what role do you play, and what do you see in the future going forward for Northeast Region Camping Charity?
Well, the future is a bright future, I hope. Let me first begin by I'm the Vice President of the Northeast Region Camping Charity. Myself and Jason, like you just explained, started something that was the size of a marble that's now become a snowball that is gradually getting larger and larger every year. But without our chapters and without our camping folks that follow us and support us throughout, as well as you guys and the RV dealers in the Northeast region, we wouldn't have this. So thank you to all of you folks. So what we are looking to do and what we have done is we have became a charity on our own. We are now 501(c). We're moving forward to do bigger and larger events. We have done events in the past at Normandy. We would like to reach out and go bigger next year. We will see where next year brings us with the COVID and whatnot, but the future is, we hold the future in our hands. What we need to do is fall back and regroup off of that Good Sam thing, and the future will show what Good Sam does. But with our charities and our chapters the way they have been running, I foresee the future getting larger and helping more families.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so people that have followed you guys for a long time and know that you were all or are currently or were former state directors. One of the reasons that you wanted to go with the charity is so that you could, in fact, have something standing on its own. But do any of you have a comment as to what you think the future might be with Good Sam, or is that still on hiatus?
Walter, why don't you?
Right now, as far as I know, it's on hiatus. Walter's the only one that's a sitting director as at the present point. So when it comes to him, he can try and fill you in a little on that end.
Yeah, I can fill you in on that.
The future we hold is what we're right now is Jason and I are just trying to, after Normandy's over, hopefully make some decisions. We're going to go back to Normandy next year. That I know for a fact. But we have been approached by a couple of KOAs, one out in New York. There's one in Connecticut. So maybe we'll do 2 events next year. We'll see how it rolls with the Good Sam and the thing.
Interesting. Walter, go ahead and give us a little update there.
Yeah, so we are actively meeting on a monthly basis now with Marcus and the executive leadership from Good Sam. The funding for rallies and the liability insurance that they provide us is currently still on hold because obviously there's too many variabilities to be able to do that. But we are moving forward with that program and continuing. We'll actually start planning for our rally regardless of what liability insurance issues we have with Good Sam. We can always get liability insurance from a local provider. Again, we're going to be cautious and careful with what the state allows and doesn't allow. We've got to kind of align to that at this point, but we're hopeful that come next May, we'll be conducting another rally and celebrating Mass Good Sam's 50th anniversary. So,
oh wow! All right, I'm going to try something that we haven't done before, guys. I am going to drop John and I down, but I'm going to keep the audio on. That's going to allow me to bring up some additional graphics because we have such a full house tonight. So hopefully I won't screw this up. We'll take him off. Him off. There you go. We're going to put up, we'll let you talk a little bit about the rally and about how to make reservations and the like. So, Jason, you want to start? Joe's handling most of the dealers, so we'll let him take the dealers, but why don't you go ahead and tell us how people can get involved and when the rally is, because it's coming up in a couple of weeks.
Nope.
You're off. You're off, Jason.
Jason, we can't hear you.
Our rally this
Yeah.
year is going to be September 18th through the 20th at Normandy Farms. You can contact Lisa Pascal. She's the guest experience manager at extension 313 when you call Normandy Farms to book an event. We still have sites available. The event that weekend is going to include a food truck show. We have an RV show. We have live entertainment. We also have a catered breakfast, ice cream social. So it's sure to be a great event this year, and hopefully the weather holds out and Mother Nature is kind to us, and we'll have another beautiful weekend.
So, Jason, there is a website, right, that people can go to see the full lineup of activities?
Correct. If you go to through Mascot Sam an event page there where we can you can see what we're doing that weekend.
Okay.
Yep.
And I think it's also important to point out that all of the facilities that are open at Normandy Farms are available to everyone who attends. And I don't know if there's restrictions on playgrounds or anything this year because of the COVID stuff, but you get the full array of activities, just like as if you were coming in on your own. With that, and then a couple of those like ice cream, and there are a couple other meals, or at least one other meal involved, or option for other meals, and they've got food service there. So it's not just an organization, not just an organizational event, but you're going to an event at one of America's top 15 sites, campground sites.
Exactly.
So it's not like
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the landscape at Normandy Farms is impeccable, and everything they do is top notch. And from the owners to the staff, there isn't a day that a thing that gets missed in that operation, and it's a great place to experience.
Joe, are you where you can see the screen, Joe? By chance?
Yes, I can.
Okay, why don't you?
Yes, I am.
Why don't you talk about the deal? Is that I'm going to pull that down. We're going to show some scenes from Normandy Farms. Before I do that, we have Jason. Your wife has joined us from the other room. Jim Conboy says, "Can you share how
Bob,
much?"
I think Jim asked a very, very, very important question. One that I was going to bring up.
Go ahead.
Did we lose Bob? And that is.
I'm here.
Okay. Is Joe going to talk? Okay. I know the answer to
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's let Joe run through that, and then we'll catch up on the sidebar. Go ahead, Joe.
So once again, Bob, thank you very much. Nerfka, you guys have been outstanding as usual. Thank you and John for everything you do for us. We appreciate it very highly. Just last week I reached out to Bob and I was like, what's going on with the RV show? Can you kind of give me an idea? And, within 3 days, I have flags. We have Bradford is coming. We have Pete's is coming. Of course, Camping World is coming because they're our backers. They are also supporting our charities very highly across the board, all 4 or 5 of them. Jerry from Florida will be there as well. We're going to do the RV show Saturday, Friday.
Don't forget Jim. Joe, don't forget Jim Conboy, New England RV Roof. Joe.
Yes.
You forgot Jim Conboy, New England RV Roof. And he's with
New England RV Roof.
And he's with us today.
Right now on the screen.
Right.
My phone call's a little slower than your screen.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry that I'm up in the Sears camping, but that's what we do.
Yeah. So we got Sandy Ellingson. Sandy Ellingson has joined us. Dan Craffey has joined us. Jim Conboy's on, and Lisa is on, and Gail Hogan is on too, who is coming to us from the Rhode Island Good Sam or whatever she wants to call her group of people down there. So Gail and Steve are also part of the whole gang here for the Northeast Regional Camping Charity and the event that you have going out there. I want to try something else that I haven't tried before. And quite honestly, I found it by accident tonight, believe it or not. I found out that, and I love it when I find out stuff by accident, but I found out that we can download the media and have the pictures available. But I've been putting them up one to one, but they apparently added something where I can have 10 pictures at a time. So you guys, Walter, you've been down there a lot, so let's give this assignment to you. I'm going to run through some pictures, and you just, it's kind of like wing it and tell us what we're seeing down at Normandy Farms, because this is by far one of the best campgrounds in the country, certainly best on Mississippi. And correct me if I'm wrong, but you have a discounted rate, right? They're not paying full freight on this thing, are they?
Correct. You have a Good Sam discount rate this weekend for the rally.
Okay.
And you don't have to be a Good Sam member to attend, right?
No.
Right.
No, you do not.
Okay. Before you go into that, I think it's important to point out that if, ladies and gentlemen that are watching this show, either live or on tape, and you feel that this charity is worth supporting, even though you're not in the New England area and want to make a donation, you can do so by the PayPal scroll, which goes around, or for those people that don't feel comfortable with electronics, you can. But Jason, there's an address on the website, right?
Correct.
That you can send it to. So some people still like to do checks. And one other thing here before we forget it. Jim asked, what percentage of the money goes to the charity?
100.
100%.
100%.
Yep.
Did you hear that, everybody? We always hear these stories about sometimes the executives in the charities milking a little bit too much on the top. Not a single penny goes to these guys. Everything that they've done in building the charity has been their volunteer work and their contributions to the folks that they are enjoying serving here. Sandy Ellington says, I've heard so many great things about Normandy Farms. Well, justifiably so. Let me show you a couple of pictures. Walter, is this the main lodge or main reception when it comes?
That's the main reception coming into the campground.
Yeah, looking back out.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the upper deck on the adult side, I believe.
Yeah. Of the rec area.
So this screen. So if you're an Amazon shopper, you can actually donate to our organization without spending any money. It's called Amazon Smile. And if you go to smile.amazon.com and log in and buy products just as you would any other time, and you go to your charity and assign the Northeast Region Camping Charity, they will actually make a small percentage of every purchase that you make as a donation to this organization. And they provide us an update on a quarterly basis. And all this screen does is show that I spend way too much money at Amazon. But
you always blame it on Donna.
Probably more on the grandkids too. But
yeah, right. I know exactly what you're saying. Kathy Donofrio Wheeler made a comment. She said, actually, I thought she was with Normandy Farms, but she's not. She is actually camping there. And she says it's her first time at Normandy Farms, and it's awesome.
Awesome.
It truly is.
It is.
Let's take a little bit more look at that.
So that's the indoor pool, the indoor jacuzzis, and the indoor sauna.
Right near two of the outdoor pools.
Yep.
Yep.
One of the children's playgrounds, which I believe there's 3 of now. There's at least 2, but I believe there's 3 now.
It's an amazing layout, and
this is easily one of the finest dog parks I've ever seen at any campground we've been to.
And it's very important to point out that when Walter says that, he goes there and he doesn't even own a dog.
I do own a dog. A little puggle.
Sorry, Walter.
I can walk the grandchildren there.
There you go. Ronnie just joined us, and he says, we at Bradford RV are very happy to support this event. And we are very happy to have you support the event, Ronnie. And
Absolutely.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yep. Audrey says they also have a heated outdoor pool. I think I have a picture of that somewhere.
That's
A
indoor.
spa again, without the that's a full day spa
Yeah.
that they
Yes.
have there.
Yeah, there's a workout center down there as well.
Down in that area.
Yeah, golf
I think I might have a picture of that. This is one of their
This is-
cabins, I think,
Yep.
Walter.
One of their rental cabins. Yep.
Which is, again, is a nice way, and we should say this for your rally, your event. They don't have to have an RV to join you at your event September 18th to 20th, because they can come down and rent a. Now, I think that may be different charges because you have a certain number of spots.
RV spots. Yeah.
That are
the cabins.
allocated to your rally.
The cabins would be more expensive, but if somebody doesn't have a camper, it's definitely an option.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a beautiful looking camper.
Or rent a camper from Fuller RV.
Yep, you can do that and take it down there. Yeah.
Or
This
Swanson
is-
RV.
This is
they're probably all out till October.
this is the main hall in the function hall with all the TVs and looking down into the ping pong room on the far end.
Wow.
Hey, Bob, it's very important to point out to our viewers here that we've got the smartest viewers in America because Audrey is even telling us exactly where the heated outdoor pool is.
She is correct. It is across the street.
We could go into the show with no notes at all, and our audience would take.
Right. They plug us right along.
Yeah.
That's the game room.
That's a heck of a game room.
Now,
And it's in the main lodge area.
what it doesn't show in that game room is they have one of those things where you use the hockey puck to, bounce it back and forth from one end to another, which my
Air
granddaughter
hockey.
air hockeys. And you know what? The prices are pretty good in that. Some of those places rob you on those. What do you call it?
I would agree. We've been to some campgrounds where you pay $3 for a air hockey game, and I think it's still $1 there.
Yep. They have good. And here's the thing you haven't said yet, and it does show up in the pictures. The place is immaculate, right,
Yep.
you guys?
Absolutely.
The
Absolutely. I
bathrooms
mean,
are
there's no
immaculate.
paper, there's no garbage,
There's
things
no
out of place.
trash lying around. They clean up constantly, and the other thing that Walter and Jason and Joe haven't said yet is, and you can't put a price on it, but the camaraderie of the people that are there really makes it all worthwhile because they are a nice group of people who are
absolutely.
going to help others.
Right.
Yep. Air
So
hockey.
Air hockey, says Lisa. Okay.
That's the recently remodeled main lobby check-in.
Wow.
Yeah, this could look like a high scale Marriott or Hilton. I'd rather go to the campground myself. They've invested a lot in the property.
Yep.
Maria, the people that work there are like family. Well, they are a family.
They are. They're on ninth generation, John, I think.
I thought it was 7 or 8, but it could be 9 by now.
I think Marcia said it was.
So proud of that.
Scott Nichols, you got that right. It's Disney
in New England. Yeah.
Yep.
You got that right.
Yeah.
One of the playgrounds.
I think we should also say here that if you own a business and want to donate, like even if you're not in the RV industry but want to donate, I mean, it's not like you have to be restricted to RVers to make a donation to this charity.
No, if I could speak a little bit to that, we did a new thing this year, and we reached out for corporate sponsors, and right away, 2 businesses stepped up large. One was Abbott Electric out of New Hampshire, and RVRoof.com. They both instantly stepped up and sponsored. One sponsored our night's entertainment on Saturday night. That would be RVRoof.com, and Abbott Electric also stepped up to help us cover the cost of our breakfast as well. So,
but I hope that Jim and Kurt are not the entertainment on Saturday night.
Oh no. They're also they also on top of coming in as as vendors and corporate sponsors, they also rented a site for the weekend, and they're camping.
Well, they campers, yeah, they're big RVers. They're always
Absolutely.
down the Cape area. Yeah, they're big RVers. Jim, I know Jim is on. Jim, are you bringing one of the mock-up models? They got these when they do the RV shows. They have the mock-up model.
He asked for 25 feet of space, I believe. So
yeah. I mean they're great models to show the quality of the Flex Armor system that they do. And once you get the Flex Armor system, it's guaranteed for life. And anybody who's ever had an RV has probably had a roof leak at some point.
So I'd like to, if we could take a minute and talk about the charity and how it works and how we get applicants.
Good point. Sure. I have down here how to apply for the awards. Go ahead, Jason.
So it's a wish granting program, and there's an application process. You can reach out to us through haloswish.org. Anybody can be nominated, and we're always looking for families to help. We can't help everyone, but we help as many as possible. So we really would, if anybody knows of a family who's struggling with a child who is fighting a debilitating disease or injury and could use a lift up. Well, we know these are trying times right now with COVID-19. We really are struggling with having places to send families and working out the whole logistics of travel. But as things are starting to open up now, we know we're going to be able to help more and more families.
That's phenomenal. Let me run through another series because some people are making comments, and I think their answers
Bob, yeah. I'm a little concerned that I expected a comment on the right to be coming through maybe 5 minutes ago. Please,
he's probably still having dinner, John.
Nobody has even said put DePietro back up there yet. And I'm pretty. Number one, I'm shocked, and number two, I'm disappointed.
Well, we may be spoiling them. This may be the new trend. They may never see us again, John. If they like this stuff, see, because I found all this good stuff. So there's your reception center when you check in, and right from the gate. And you said it earlier, John. Spotless, absolutely spotless property, and a tremendous staff. I mean, look at that. Little pond.
And there's some of the yurts in the background that they rent.
I think I've got a yurt. Dogs.
And I think, Kathy Wheeler just pointing out that they also have just recently added an RC track for those with the high power RC cars and stuff they want to run around.
Hey,
we'll have to get Mike DiPaolo over there from Bradford RV. He builds these. I don't know if you hooked up with him on Facebook, but Mike's been a veteran of the industry for a long time. Has worked in several of the dealers, parts and accessory stores, and I catch his personal page. But he builds. Yeah, actually, you'd love him, Walter, because he builds these things from the ground up, and they're not the little ones. They're the big ones.
My next door neighbor actually builds gas RC cars and stuff. So I've seen some of the work they do. Pretty amazing.
Hey, my electric bike might be in by then, and I will guarantee you this: I will not be trying any of those tricks.
Well, you could go to the bike park, and I think you ought to try to duplicate what this kid's doing up against the wall. There's all kinds of stuff. I didn't put all the bike park pictures in. You got the handy one.
There's a.
I think if John tries to ride the pipe with his new electric bike, it will lead to some interesting pictures.
Yeah, of ambulances.
Yeah, I was just going to say, putting them in the ambulance, taking them off to Mass General. Yeah, sure, it'd be a great picture.
Yeah. The helicopter coming to life flight me up to an intensive care unit. Yeah,
that would do that.
That's not really the yurt. That's the glamping tent.
Right. I think I have a yurt coming up. Yeah. But they've got everything.
Yeah, they have a couple of tent trailers they rent on site as well.
Yep. So obviously your RV sites are there. That's the weight room you talked about earlier.
Hey, let's ask Sandy Ellingson, where is she now? She's been saying all summer that she's coming toward New England, but we haven't seen her yet. Sandy, if you're
she's not going to make it.
oh, she's not going to make it.
No, she's not. It's 16 hours if she's been up around the Elkhart area and had some repairs done to her motorhome. So we're not going to see Sandy here this year, but maybe we'll see her next year.
Yeah.
Audrey says, John, you'll be okay. Lots of
firefighters
and paramedics camp.
But it's camp. That's true. That's true. There are a lot of them.
My oldest son will be there.
Yeah. Okay. We should say that although we're showing the typical pictures of the campground, that there will be social distancing. There will be all of our dealers will have masks and sanitizers there. So we everything that these guys are doing is going to be in compliance with the COVID-19 requirements from the state of Massachusetts. So you can feel very comfortable about that. Maria says heading north tomorrow. She's been down in Florida.
Yeah.
Kelly says, "Can you
the day?"
No, we've been told that they're not allowing visitors at this time.
Right. That's
not
right.
necessarily for this, but overall.
No visitors at all. Yeah.
Correct.
At any campground. But
right.
Kathy, if you want to send the check, you can do that, and we'll gladly accept that. Walter, Abby will be there.
Yes, Abby will be there.
Okay, so we have a standing thing now for the last 3-4 years. My granddaughters and Walter's grandkids hang out together. In fact, once they both know each other's are there, we don't see them for like a day and a half.
Exactly.
They just come back for food and water.
Right.
Yeah.
But Bob said it. Bob says it better than anyone else. Bob, what do you say? What is your standard line about the safety factor that you have with kids or in a campground?
Well, I think we're probably preaching to the choir with our audience tonight, but there is no better place to take a family and go back to what we used to have as a society 20, 30, 40 years ago. Get to the campground. Kids go off and meet new friends. The adults meet friends next door to each other. You don't care if it's a college president or the local bus driver. People who enjoy camping enjoy life in general.
Yep, absolutely.
They're very friendly. They meet each other. They help each other. It's just an amazing group of people. I almost feel sorry for the people that have never experienced camping or who are not actively involved in it now, because something special happens when you go through the gate. If you guys go camping down to Cape a lot, when we go over the bridge the same way, when I come up to Maine and go over the bridge there, your whole mindset. Joe, you've been quiet over there. Why don't you speak to that? Because I know that's close to home for you too.
Joe says he lost us.
Oh, he lost us. Okay.
Yeah, he just wrote in and say, I lost you guys.
But Jason, go ahead, pick up on that part of the conversation about the family stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we've always said when we were camping with our kids, it was because I have two kids, as you know, that camp with us, and it was like having 100 sets of grandparents. They always had eyes open for what was going on, and the friends that we've made over the years, especially through the Good Sam organization, I wouldn't know probably any of you guys if it wasn't for our likes of
Right.
the RV industry.
You're right.
And it's just been we miss our camping family, especially in 2020. Not being able to, our first camp out was the 4th of July, and we usually already have 4 or 5 campouts in by then, if not more. And so we definitely have an RV family no matter where you go. Before you leave any campground, you have new friends.
Jason, I'm gonna tell you something that you have to do. You can't say I'll think about it or I can't. You have to bring that pizza oven with you.
It's going this weekend, so if you want to come join us, you're welcome to.
I don't know. You could be cooking 400 pizzas, Jason. There's a lot
I know.
Jason,
we should $15 a pop. I can walk out a rich man.
Jason, you bring the pizza oven, and I'll bring the dough and all the accoutrements, and we'll have a couple pizzas for.
All right, it's in the camper, so it's good to go.
Okay, good.
We should mention that the other people who are staying at the campground are also welcome to come down to the RV display.
Yeah,
absolutely. There.
Yeah. The
That's
army
enough.
display, the ice cream social. The only thing that is only open to the event weekend is the catered breakfast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the registration again. I thought I had the yurts, but I guess
Right there, there's the year.
Oh.
Right there, Bob.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right there in the background. Yeah.
So Frank Cates has got a question about Normandy Farms. About 80, maybe even 85% of their sites are pull through. Almost all of them are full hookup, and they do have some back end sites as well, but majority of them are pull through.
See, Audrey says it takes about 7 minutes to cook a pizza. Jason, you're doing it in about a minute and a half, right?
90 seconds, in and out.
90 seconds. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, have you perfected it now? Because I know you just got it. You had to wait a
Well,
while.
I'm gonna fess up to the world. The other night, I broke it out for the first time, and I said, "I got this. I've done this before." And the first two went right in the garbage. So, but I've gotten much better.
Hey, what's 3 minutes, Jason? It's only
Yeah,
3
I
minutes.
actually had company coming over, and I told Lisa, I said, "You need to call them and tell them not to come." I wasn't a happy guy.
We screwed up on the new one because we got the new one. My brother has it, the new bigger one.
Yep.
We got the wood size. But, we messed it up because we didn't have the cornmeal right. But you know what? Even though a pizza's broken up, we still ate the darn thing.
Hell yeah.
It tastes good, don't it?
No, yes, he has. So you know what I might do? I'll stop at a store in a way they have chicken wings. If you haven't done chicken wings in that pizza oven, they're phenomenal. So anyway,
So you're just going down to eat this week, that weekend, right?
As usual. It's either ice cream or pizza. So he's.
I'll
good to
have
go.
my electric bike, my chicken wings, and my ice cream thing. Oh, by the way,
you'll be as big as me by Sunday.
Yeah, I do have to do some videos, right? We have to do some videos.
Just an update on donations. I actually, as we're sitting here speaking, just received our URL for people who are not members of PayPal. So I will get that up on the website tomorrow. There'll be a QR code. They can point their phone at it and or click on it, and it'll take them right to a donation page. They don't have to have a PayPal account then.
Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic.
John not eat food. I don't know whether that's Rhonda or not. Rhonda's probably all dressed in black today because the Bruins were eliminated this week.
Oh.
That's right. So now what you going to do every night?
Well,
she's out camping. She's happy now.
Right.
Well, that's true. Okay.
So
John, you should tell them that you're going to be on site representing Nervder and doing some videos.
And, we'll be doing videos, and you know what? It's just such a good event because they're fun. Even though you don't know these people and hang out with them all year long, you see them at a camping thing, and you're like good friends, like Gail, who knew me because I'm a media celebrity. She came up to me and said, "I know who you are." And she thought I was the other John DePietro from Rhode Island that's on the radio.
That hurt.
Yeah, but they're just nice people, and I don't know what to say. It's a nice event. Everybody's friendly, everybody's cordial. You mix with the other people that are there at the park on their own anyway, and if you do something to help others, I think you benefit from it in the long run, and helps
you more than it helps the others.
Exactly.
Yep.
I mean, our granddaughter was one of the beneficiaries last year, and just had an absolute blast up at Kahuna Laguna up in North Conway, New Hampshire, and they're looking forward to coming back this year. Now we're fighting over which granddaughter will come with us because they both want to come and hang out with Abby. But
bring them both. I mean, it's not that hard.
Yeah. Our granddaughters are 16 months apart, so they are like WWF. They're beating the heck out of each other. So we may have to shuttle one in on Friday and one in on Saturday. But it's the big fight over Walter's granddaughter as to who gets to hang out with her.
Yeah. Jason, why don't you go over the registration information again so that folks who are on the show or see the show between now and the 18th understand the process?
Sure. So you can either email Lisa at normandyfarms.com and she will get back to you. Actually, you're probably better off calling because Lisa, I believe, is on vacation this week. So call the 1-800 number. Tell them you're coming in for the Northeast Region Camping Charity Event weekend. It's September 18th, 19th, and 20th. It's $150 for the weekend, and we're sure we're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time.
And I'll tell you, to be able to have a weekend at Normandy Farms for $150, and all the other things that you've packaged into this with the food and the RVs and, just a good get together of some great people, that's a bargain. So hopefully we'll get some more people that'll join in for that also. Let's see. Jim Conboy says, John, Bob, I'll let you drive our mini Class A for pizza. Well, I'm not going to be there because I'm going to be at another event.
Tell them where you're going to be, Bob, because that's another very.
Yeah, I'm going to be at Lee's Family Trailer Sales for the Camper College and the Girl Camper weekend that he's got up here in Maine that same weekend. So NERVD is going to be pretty busy that weekend, and our dealers that are going to be supporting you down there, and it's going to be a very busy weekend. So I won't be there. So you can let John. John, are you going to borrow your brother's pizza oven, or you guys could really have a hell of a pizza party down there?
I don't know. I might just use Jason's, whatever.
So John, I have a question.
Go right ahead, Walter.
And the Italians in the audience are going to scream, but have you ever made Chef Boyardee pizza?
Oh. Here's what I'm going to do. Just for you. Well,
he's gonna have a table set up, and he's gonna be handing out samples of Chef Boyardee ravioli.
Walter, here's what I'm gonna do, and I'll go on record right now saying what I'm gonna do for you, Walter. I'm gonna go to a store like Ocean State Job Lot or something like that, where they have those pre-made pizza shells that come in a plastic, those
Please don't.
plastic bags. And
this may be the last family fun fest.
I've got a can of dented Chef Boyardee, but it's dented out. It's dented out. It's not dented in.
Oh, that can't be good.
And I will make a pizza for you as the Mass Good Sam president. Okay.
So you
want some Velveeta too to go with it?
So John, you're going to do a Chef Boyardee pizza.
Yep.
Coming out of a can.
Do you want ravioli? Yes.
In a prepackaged pizza shell. You're going to embarrass Jason and put that in the pizza oven, and then you're probably going to video it, and it could be the next hit on YouTube.
It could be. You never know.
Fortunately, I don't eat cheese. So.
Oh, well, I'll take it without the cheese. I'll make it without the cheese for you, Walter. But you're eating Chef Boyardee. Do you want ravioli or beefaroni? What do you want? Ravioli or beefaroni?
You started this, Walter.
Remember one thing, Walter. When you're not Italian, you cannot talk about Italian cooking habits.
You know what, John? If you make it and somebody makes a donation, I will eat it.
Okay. Yeah, maybe somebody there will donate for that pizza. The Chef Boyardee is 17 cents a can.
If our good friend in Maine can turn his hair pink, I can eat a pizza.
Oh,
Is Martin and Diane coming down?
We haven't heard.
I haven't heard
from them. No. Okay.
Okay, that's too funny. Not in my, look at Lisa. Not in my pizza oven.
There you go.
Oh, that's too funny. No, it won't.
I agree. I think you should put your foot down. If he comes anywhere near that pizza oven, you should whack him. Okay, what did I do?
You dropped everybody off but me. There you go.
There's him.
This is what we are. This is who we are. This is what we do.
Thank God I'm back on. Thank God I'm back on. We're probably going to be one of our lowest rated shows of the year because I wasn't on most of the time.
No cheese, Lisa. No cheese.
Lisa, if you let him anywhere near the pizza oven,
Jason, I'm bringing those wings. I'll get there's a 10-pound bag of wings at Restaurant Depot. If you've ever been there, those restaurant depots are open to the general public now.
John, the only way you can do a Chef Boyardee pizza is in your own pizza oven.
I'll microwave it.
You can have it.
It'll be better.
Go on Amazon. Go on Amazon.
Here's what I'll do. I'll take that pre-made. You know what I mean by those pre-made shells, right? They must have more preservatives in there than the Washington Monument to keep it standing. And I'll microwave it for about 10 minutes on high. Then take it out. And let it what do you call it? Harden.
Germinate.
And then I'll get it. Somebody will have a chainsaw, right? And we can cut slices for everybody. Oh.
This may be your last trip to Normandy Farms because
Bob, can we sign you up for next year now?
Yeah. Huh?
Next year, can we send him up to Lee's and you can come down to Normandy?
Yeah, I think so. It's time for a change.
Yeah.
You know? I think Martha and Christine will come out and drag him away and escort him out the gate.
Yeah.
So we got a choice. He's either going to wind up in an ambulance or a police car, or his wife's going to take a Uber home, one or the other, with the kid.
One of the two. But you know what? It's going to be a good time. So, folks, if you're watching this on replay and you haven't been to one of these before, they're really good. And like you guys said, if you go to Normandy Farms on your own, depending upon the time of year, it can be over $100, right?
Yes.
You know, $100 to $110 because all the amenities that are there. It may seem expensive, but when you see all the amenities that are there, it's cheap. Plus, if you don't want to stay on campus the whole time, you've got Patriot Place right up the street, and a Bass Pro Shop, and if you want to make a long weekend out of it, there's Cape Cod, which is another 40 miles away.
If they stay off property this year, they can't come on though, John.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, they can't have visitors, so they're gonna have to. You're gonna have to.
Once you're in, you're in. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta be in the campground. Yeah.
So forget everything I just said.
And on a normal year, let's not forget our friends at Pizza RV who are just down the opposite end of the street.
Right.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yep.
And Route 1 going the other way.
Yep. And they'll be there along with Brad Pitt and Flag RV. Joanne called today, said she wants in. Jerry Carteret at Camping World will have a display and sponsoring the breakfast. Pizza RV, of course, with their 3 facilities in New England, full of RV rental and sales, and New England RV Roof. And I suspect if I send out one more newsletter to the dealers, I'll shame a couple of more into coming and being there for the exhibitors.
That's what you do best, Bob.
Shame is probably a not politically correct word. Maybe entice them for the great marketing opportunity and the humanitarian endeavor that it is to go to this. So
got that right. Well, all right, we're gonna wrap it up a little bit early. So Joe's off, so we can't have Joe talk to comment. So Walter, I'll let you have the second last, and then Jason, I'll let you close it out because it's your event, and we know it's going to be fantastic.
I would just thank everybody for watching tonight, and thank you to Bob and John for having us on and really helping us get the word out on these events. Without their help, it would definitely be a struggle at times. So thank you guys, and we look forward to seeing everybody at the event this coming 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
We enjoy doing it. It's we have as much fun as you guys do, and anytime, like I said, anytime you can help somebody else out, you get the benefit of that tenfold. We've all been doing that for a long time.
We'll have we will have some great raffles there. We've got a TV and some RV supplies and things like that. So great raffles too.
Yeah, and just to regroup, I want to thank you guys. Also want to thank Normandy Farms for allowing us to host this event 7 years running. I want to thank the RV dealers in New England who support us year after year. Camping World, Fuller RV, Pizza RV, Bradford RV, Flag RV. They've all stepped up to the plate this year. NewEnglandRVRoof.com, Abbott Electricity, and everybody else. The unsung heroes and sponsors that work behind the scene for us tirelessly all weekend and all year, I should say. Whether it's helping with raffles or donating products. We've got many people out there that continue to bring products to us to donate that um, asked to remain anonymous. Mealworks.com, they provide our breakfast every year. They come all the way from Rhode Island and bring the breakfast up there. It's a great event. We hope to see you there, September 18th through the 20th at Normandy Farms. You can call them today to book a site through the NRCC event weekend. Also go to haloswish.org if you want to make a cash donation. There's links on there on how to do that, whether it's through PayPal or if you want to do the old-fashioned mail a check. We welcome that as well. And also corporate sponsors. If there's anybody else out there that would like to sponsor our event again, we're always open to that avenue.
Okay.
Again, Bob, John, Nerv, thank you, RV New England, for hosting another great show.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Travel safely, and we'll see you down the road. Take care now.
Have a great night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.